My screen is
Yes.
clearly visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the e-content which already shared with you. And so I was talking about the history of cinema. So it was the first PPT which I shared in the early sessions of the film appreciation. So it's related with the history of cinema. So these few topics already covered with you, like the history of cinema and the first film, 1895 to 1910, the pioneer era. And in MT examination, it comes. Okay, the life of George Mellis. So you guys has to be prepare a short note on the life of George Mellis in the description. So you need to check it out through Google. And I also suggested about all these content you have to prepare by your own, right? So I think you guys write down article on the life of George Melly or Charlie Chaplin, right? So there is a separate section for them, and these are the few important topics which you need to cover anyhow. Okay, this is a very important topics. So just note down film history, animation history, the life of Warner Brothers, right? The golden era of film. Again, an important topic because in our last MT examination we covered the old time of film cinema, like the life of George Melly, life of Charlie Chaplin. Okay, so now we have to cover all these information, also golden era, changes. What would be the changes for in the cinema in a contemporary world, right? Blockbusters abhi kya changes hue, so all these information you guys has to be covered. So this PPT is again very important. I think you guys are aware about this PPT. The next one is history of animation. So in our last MT examination we missed about history of animation. इसमें से हमने कोई भी क्वेश्चंस नहीं किए थे, सो इस बार इसमें से कुछ क्वेश्चंस हो सकते हैं. सो you should read all this content about the tools, like how the animation start in early times. Okay, so this is the few tools you can consider about the animation, about the flipbook, Zortrop, right? First flipbook, right? Trop. So few content is important. So this is the way this PPT already shared with you. So I hope सबके पास है ना PPT. किसी को कोई doubt?
नो सर
No,
है।
sir.
ये ऑलरेडी शेयर
No,
किया
sir.
हुआ है मैंने. इसमें सारा आपको टॉपिक्स भी दिए हुए कि ये चीजें जैसे कैसे इन्वेंट की गई, उनका क्या यूज था, तो ये हमने डिस्क्राइब किया था. इसके बारे में भी शॉर्ट में मैंने नोट भी दिया हुआ है आपको. So you should be prepared from this PPT. So two PPT is very important in our first unit. This is the history of cinema and the history of animation. And again, the most important topic is film genre and film noir. Right. So when we comes in a film genre, so there is again a PPT. This one I already uploaded on iCloud. So there is a film genre, right? So there is a three types of film genre conventions. So you have to understand about all threes. The three is very important: narrative conventions, stylistic stylistic convention, and thematic conventions. Okay. So this PPT is again important because in the second unit there is only film noir and film genres. Okay, so you need to cover this genre part is very important. Every film genre there is a subgenres. You are aware about that. This is the genre, and in action there is a subgenres. So you can see in a thriller, fantasy, science fiction, mystery, romance. So there is again a subgenres. So you should be aware about this also. Just go through, check it out. And if you want to write something with your own style, so you have to write it. Okay, suppose in a examination there would be a question like this: ki, write genre of mystery and give a brief of subgenre of the mystery, right? So about the mystery you have to write something, what exactly mystery is and which kind of topic they cover inside the mystery. अरे 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 अर्पण अर्पण
I'm sorry, sir. मैंने देखा
अरे
नहीं था.
अरे अभी देख लो यार. Okay, so inside the mystery, the main genre is mystery. Inside there is lots of topic you can write. general mystery, cozy mystery, historical mystery, paranormal mystery, hobby mystery, police procedural, right? So in this way you can give your answer and you can write the subtopics. Okay, same as it is, you can come make it from the science fiction, you can make it thriller, fantasy, romance. So you have to write all this inside your answer. Film noir, again the most important part. Only one PPT is very important. This one for the second unit, film genre and film noir. So what exactly film noir is, the history of film noir. So there is the PPT and there is a content also. So second important topic, first important topic is history of cinema and history of animation. So just go through. I think you guys are very much aware about that. You wrote something about the life of George Melly and Charlie Chaplin. So just go through all this thing. The PPT is important. Film noir, film history. You write an article on film noir also. You submitted your assignment on film noir also. So I hope you are aware about this. And this is the second last important topic. And again, the next topic about the importance is I shared with you. It's like in a last session I shared with you about the mise en scene, the film grammar. It's related with the film grammar. It means the part of filmmaking, right? So now we have to cover all these things. So sets, props, lighting, costume, actor blocking, shot composition. So how to plan a shot, how to plan a set, and where you have to place camera. So about the 180-degree rule. ठीक है, ये लास्ट क्लास में मैंने आप लोगों के साथ शेयर किया था. What exactly Foley sound is, the sound effects. It means they create with the rough material, scrap material they use for the creating different kind of sound. So coconuts, it means a walking horse. Horse is walking, so we use the coconut shell and we can clap it and then we can find out the sound of the walking horse. So in this way you have to understand, and I suggested you guys that just check it out the video which is available on YouTube. So just play the video, the Foley sound artist. So you can find out the appropriate videos. So with the images and with the video, you can write your own article very good, very nicely. And when you see the video, you can find out the way how they produce the audio, right? How they create audio. So this PPT is very important because it's related to the filmmaking. So just check it out, the fiction, non-fiction film format क्या होता है, right? So बहुत short में answer है, you can explain it easily. क्या होना चाहिए, you can write your own way. 180-degree, and the diagram is very important because without diagram it's not easy to convey your idea and the design. So you should be very careful about the diagram. Maybe if the question is comes in your examination, so you guys has to be create the diagram also, right? So just check it out the diagram very carefully and try to draw it. Okay, because it's very important. Without diagram we cannot convey the right answer. Okay, costume design and filmmaking, the importance of costume designing. What's the important role of costume design? Last PPT मैंने आप लोगों को cover किया था, so this is again the important part, right? The film grammar and about the story and storyboarding. So ये PPT भी आपको share की है. किसी को doubt इसमें? You need to convey your script, so you have to understand about the formats also. The format, it means I am talking about scene, shot, audio and action. It means how to convey your script and with the example. So if the question is like that, you need to write an script with an example. So you have to create few drawings also. Suppose scene, shot, audio, video, then you have to draw the first scene, the background as it is. Suppose there is a background scene, so you need to create with the sketching, right? Is it visible? सबको दिख रहा है ना अभी ये? So
Yes,
अभी
sir.
क्या है?
Yes, sir.
अगर एग्जाम्पल आता है, एग्जाम्पल के साथ बनाना है, so you need to create an example with the sketching. जैसा मैंने आप लोगों को एक स्टोरी बोर्ड में दिखाया था आपको. You have to write about the shots also. Shots कौन कौन से होते हैं? So extreme shot, long shot, medium long shot, mid shot, mid close up, ठीक है? कितने लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है? Then story and storyboarding. So again, same thing. The pre-production. What exactly pre-production? Suppose the question is related with the right and good answer about the pre-production stages. So what would be the stages of pre-production filmmaking in a filmmaking? So there is a stages begin with the concept, story, script, character development, character bible, character and VG design, storyboard, and animatic. So all these things, it's the stages of pre-production. Pre-production, we have to cover the planning work. Okay, so before start making a movie, we need to develop all these things like concept, story, script, character development, character bible. I think you guys are aware about the character development, character bible also. Already shared the PPT also about the character designing, character development, character bible is what exactly character bible is. Am I right? So already shared the content with you. So here is you can find out the difference between story and the script. What exactly the difference between story and script format. So again, the same thing which I shared in the last PPT, story to script, scene, short, audio, action, right? So if there would be a question like this, you need to create a script. So you need to write and with the example. So with the example, you need to create any short or any short story or any incident. So you need to draw in a bottom, and then you have to write your script according your frames of storyboard. Storyboard frames क्या होगा? जैसे मैंने आप लोगों को बताया, ये तो आपका story triangle है, which I shared with you about the elements of plots. What exactly the elements of plot is? Story triangle, right? Script format हो गया, story triangle हो गया, primary elements of plot. So it's called the elements of a plot, or we can say the elements of story writing, right? So both thing is the same. Plot, it means the events which took place in a whole story. This is called the plots. So plots, it means जहां कहीं भी जो इंसिडेंट्स होंगे हम उनको कहाँ प्लेस करते हैं, तो इसी सीक्वेंस को हम फॉलो करते हैं जब हम इंसिडेंट्स को प्लेस करते हैं. ठीक है, आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. ऑलरेडी पीपीटी आपको शेयर किया हुआ है मैंने. What exactly storyboarding is? So storyboard क्या होता है? एग्जाम्पल के लिए स्टोरी बोर्ड का लेआउट मैंने दिया हुआ है और ये हमारा फाइनल स्टोरी बोर्ड है. सो यू नीड टू मेंशन द सीन. अब आप इसको विद एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू वांट टू ड्रॉ a storyboard, so you need to make sure a short story in an example. Then you have to create this kind of rough drawings, and you need to mention all the information like scene, what would be the scene, so need the description of the scene as you mentioned in the script, then the short, then the audio, then the action. It means where we mention the information about the movement area, moving areas, right? The character movements or the background में कुछ हिल रहा है, कुछ चल रहा है, right? So every moving element we have to mention inside the video. कुछ पूछना है किसी को? जल्दी जल्दी बताओ मुझे अभी, क्योंकि मैं जल्दी से रिवाइज कर रहा हूँ सारी पीपीटीज को. अगर आप लोगों को कोई पास कोई डाउट है, if you want to ask anything, so you can just clear your vision and ask anything. Because इसके बाद ना फिर आपके पास टाइम नहीं होगा चीजों को समझने का. अगर आपको कोई डाउट है तो आपको समझना पड़ेगा अभी. Anyone, just ask if you have any queries or doubts, because it's a very practical topic and you have to write in a theory. So without understanding the practical and theory both, it's not possible to make your own notes. Any query? Let me confirm. Yeah, no. Yes or no? No?
No worries.
Noel, you want to ask anything? I'm not getting it. Your point actually.
I was saying no worries. I understand.
You understand, okay. But I want to ask with other also. Other students. If you're having any doubts, no doubts. I think they are very much clear. Their vision is clear. Yes, Tushar?
It's clear.
Clear है ना?
It's clear. Yes, sir.
Okay. बाद में ये मत बोलना सर ये क्या हो गया, ये हमें समझ में नहीं आया, या ये तो बताया नहीं था, क्योंकि इसलिए मैं सारी चीजें क्लियर कर रहा हूँ कि प्रैक्टिकल किस तरीके का हो सकता है विद एग्जांपल. अगर आपके पास लिखने के लिए आता है स्टोरी एंड स्क्रिप्ट, सो विद एन एग्जांपल यू गाइस हैज टू राइट अ शॉर्ट स्टोरी. इट कुड बी advertisement, it could be a short film, this could be a short incident, and you need to create the story script, then you need to create the rough layouts of your storyboard. So how to use script story to storyboard, the whole sequence you guys has to be clear with the drawings and with the writing skill, because you need to write a script also at that point of time. Is it okay? So this is the practical way which I shared in your PPT, how to design a story and the storyboard, right? So we begin with this is the concept: story, script, character development, character bible, character design. So all this thing already shared with you. So this is the part of storyboarding. And in our last, okay, so I shared this types of acting also. There is 5 special methods and techniques how to justify your acting and how to make your acting more realistically, right? So this is the part for acting. So these 5 name you guys has to be remember, and you have to write for every frame. So there is a different topics, different techniques I elaborate here. So just check it out. Different techniques. There is only 5 techniques. Okay, so all the techniques is important. It's a part of film grammar. So again an important topic: types of acting and the method and techniques you need to understand. Okay, तो ये वाली पीपीटी भी आपको मैंने शेयर की हुई है. सो ये 5 इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक हैं, इनके नाम आपको याद करना है. इट कुड बी लिटिल बिट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. Actually for me it's complicated, so I don't know you guys as it's complicated for you or not, because the name is very complicated for me to remember. Okay, so anyhow you have to remember these important information because the name is very important. Okay, कोई डाउट? तो ये एक टॉपिक है जो आपको करना है. सो इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक मैंने आपको बता दिए हैं, और एक इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक है जो मैं सोच रहा हूँ आपको क्लियर कर दूं और ज्यादा बेटर तरीके से. बाकी शॉर्ट्स के बारे में तो मैंने आपको बता दिया था. द यूज ऑफ शॉर्ट्स एक्चुअली एक फिल्म ग्रामर का एक पार्ट है, और मैं देखता हूँ अगर मेरे पास किसी क्लास में मैंने और किसी क्लास में पढ़ाया होगा तो वो मैं आपको देख लेता हूँ एक बार. मुझे याद नहीं है वो मैंने कहाँ किया था, सो आप उससे ज्यादा बेटर तरीके से समझ पाओगे. एक बार मैं इसमें देख लूं. Okay, so there is a, you guys can understand about the practical how to design a storyboard with practical view. So ये इनको बोलते हैं panel और frame template. Draw a series of rectangles on a piece of paper as if you are creating a comic strip. So this is a kind of storyboard which we want to convey in a 6 frames. So there is a 1 2 3 4 5 6 frames is there, and here you have to mention the information scene. So need to description all the background scene. Duration, it means the time, which time you want to mention. Shot, again the script part: short, mid shot, full shot, long shot, which you have to capture from the camera. Audio, it means the dialogue, background sound and background music. Action is the moving part. Effects, it means something there is a blast or templates or icon, anything else. So here you can see the template. Okay, so you can see sketch out the story. अभी यहाँ दिख रहा है ना आपको, यहाँ एरोज लगे हुए हैं. इट मीन्स कि कैमरा ग्लोब की तरफ आगे जा रहा है. सो ग्लोब ये है, इस पॉइंट की तरफ जा रहा है, इस पॉइंट की तरफ कैमरा ऊपर से आया. यहाँ हमने एक बिल्डिंग का टॉप देखा, टॉप के ऊपर ये कैरेक्टर सुपर हीरो कुछ खड़ा हुआ है जो ऊपर से जंप करता है, एंड देन इंट्रो ऑफ द कैरेक्टर. सो यहाँ वो कैरेक्टर का इंट्रो दिखाई दे रहा है. सो यू नीड टू मेंशन ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन इन अ बॉटम ऑफ द फ्रेम्स. सो दिख रहा है ना, लाइक दिस वे. दिस इज द इंट्रो ऑफ द कैरेक्टर. सो ये आपको मैंने इसलिए दिखाया जिसमें यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड स्टोरीबोर्ड फ्रंट प्लान अप टेक्निक्स. तो आप अपने खुद के शॉट ले सकते हो, क्लिक कर सकते हो. In a next semester there will be a practical topic of storyboarding, so there is a separate subject for storyboarding. Then we will start the description about the storyboarding, because there is only a theoretical topic, so you need to understand about how to draw rough frames of storyboard. So this is the way you can make your rough story. So there is only 6 panels, so you can make the same story or you can write your own style, but you need to understand the importance of drawing. And there is the part of short. So in a filmmaking, there is very important part is shot. So a shot is a continuous view filmed by one camera without interruption. A scene is a place or setting where the action take place. So scene, it means the background where action is going to take place. It's called scene. It means the background. A scene may consist one shot or series of shots depicting the continuous event. It means in a scene there would be a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 lots of shots we can cover inside a single scene, right? Short. Two major categories of shots commonly used shot types in film, video, and animation can be categorized into two major groups: static shots and dynamic shots. In a static shot, the camera is in a fixed position and does not move. Right. Usually the camera will be attached to a tripod in order to keep it steady. In a dynamic shot, the camera moves or changes its aim within the shot. Right. So it means if you are watching a news channel, so there would be a camera on a tripod. So there would be, we can do only zoom in, zoom out, camera panning right and left, only the few things we can do with the camera. But when we use the trolley, we use the crane, so we can capture the different angle shots. Sometimes we are using drone also, right, in our films. So static shots, it means which we take from the tripod, and dynamic shots which we can take from the crane, और हम हाथ में कैमरा लेके भी भागते हैं कैरेक्टर के पीछे, so वो भी shots हो सकते हैं. The shots begin with the कौन से शॉट होते हैं. सो एक्सट्रीम क्लोजअप शॉट so shows only a part of character's face. It fills the screen with the details of subjects. So suppose घड़ी का क्लोजअप दिखाया, टाइम कितना हो रहा है, आईज के अंदर कुछ मुझे सीन दिखाना है, so you can capture the extreme close-up. क्लोजअप है, so अभी आप देख सकते हो shows a character's face and shoulder, it's close enough to show subtle facial expression. So अगर मुझे एक्सप्रेशन कैप्चर करना है, सो आई कैन टेक द क्लोजअप शॉट जस्ट फॉर एक्सप्रेशन. और ये एक्सट्रीम क्लोजअप आप देख सकते हो, ये एक्सट्रीम क्लोजअप है और ये क्लोजअप है. दोनों में हमें डिफरेंस समझ में आ जाएगा. मीडियम शॉट shows a character's upper body, arms and head. So it could be from the side view, it could be from the back side, it could be from the front of the character, which comes on the head to waistline. कमर तक जितना भी एरिया होगा मिड शॉट में आएगा. And generally mid shot we capture when the character is sitting and he is talking, and suppose he is standing, he is talking to someone, because there is no movements of the legs, so we always try to capture the mid shot. Okay. And wide shot where we cover the entire screen or the full background of, right? So there is, you can see in a background we can capture the background also, right? So in this way, this is a wide shot. Generally wide shot we use for the introduction of the scene or environment, introduction of the film or introduction shot, or in a first shot of the film we can take from the wide shot. Extreme wide shot we capture the whole background. Suppose there are lots of clouds, lots of mountains in the background, and there is the path or something else, and we need to cover, so we can take the extreme wide shot. Again, it could be in a first frame of the movie, because we introduce the location to audience. Location कैसी है, वहाँ कहाँ से scene शुरू हो रहा है, so we can most probably we use it in a first scene, extreme wide shot. और सीन चेंज होता है तब भी हम इसको यूज करते हैं. जैसे एक लोकेशन से हम दूसरी लोकेशन पे कैरेक्टर पहुंचता है, तब भी हम लोकेशन को दिखाने के लिए और कन्वे द लोकेशन टू द व्यूअर्स और द ऑडियंस की कहाँ पे वो एक्शन शुरू होंगे. सो वी जस्ट टेक दिस एक्सट्रीम वाइड शॉट. इट कुड बी कम्स फ्रॉम द बर्ड आई व्यू आल्सो, इट्स कॉल्ड द एरियल व्यू. वहां से भी हम ऐसे शॉट्स लेते हैं. दिस कैन बी एरियल व्यू, बट इट्स नॉट परफेक्टली एरियल व्यू. ओवर द शोल्डर, इट मीन्स द, हम इस शॉट को कब लेते हैं, जब हम दो लोगों की प्रेजेंस को एक साथ दिखाना चाहते हैं. वी वांट टू शो द प्रेजेंस ऑफ टू पर्संस इन अ सिंगल फ्रेम, सो वी कैन यूज दिस OTS. OTS it means over the shoulder. This shot is most commonly used to present conversational back and forth between two subjects. तो यहाँ आपको दिख रहा है ना, ये इसको कुछ बोल रहा है, ये इसकी बात सुन के इसको रिप्लाई कर रहा है, so we have to take this shot. Generally over the shoulder shot हम इस तरीके से यूज करते हैं. So when you start drawing something, you need to understand about this important element of the film making shot, right? Where you have to use close up, where you have to use the extreme close up, where you have to the mid shot, we have to take the aerial view. कब किस shot की कहाँ जरूरत आपको लगता है, so at least you need to understand that. And in a next semester, when we comes on the storyboarding, so there would be the very descriptive version of storyboarding, and you need to do it in a practical way. It's not the theoretical part, so you have to work out with the practical. So with the practical approach, you have to understand it easily, but in a theoretical way, it's gonna be a little bit complicated to understand how to convey story with the practical part, right? But very in a very brief or in a very short, you need to understand that in a question of ET, you can find out these type of questions also. Just elaborate about the shorts, right? So elaborate about the shorts, that means you need to write the all shorts. कौन से shorts होते हैं? You need to write some brief description where it use generally use of the short. जैसे कि अब wide shot का क्या use है? जैसे you have to write some time what's the use of mid shot, right? And where it appears in a frame. कब होगा, किस लिए लिया जाता है, मिड शॉट का क्या यूज होगा. सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम द फिल्म ग्रामर व्हेन यू वाचिंग द फिल्म एंड फिल्म रिव्यू और फिल्म analysis. So you need to understand the shots is going to be take place in an appropriate way or not, right? So it's your part to understand, and you need to write an article on that. So again, this is the important part, and the last is I think review, film review, which I already uploaded about the film review content. So where is the film review writing? So this one is the format, right? So this is the important part. Again, how to write a film review. So if there is a question like this, you need to write a film review format about the film review. How to write a film review? Question can be different. You can find out the different way of asking question the same thing, right? So कहीं हो सकता है कि फिल्म रिव्यू लिखने का तरीका समझाओ, कभी हो सकता है कि फिल्म रिव्यू लिखने का प्रोसेस क्या है, फॉर्मेट क्या है. सो द आंसर वुड बी सेम बिकॉज देयर इज द फॉर्मेट ऑफ राइटिंग अ फिल्म रिव्यू. क्या होगा अब, सपोज द क्वेश्चन इज लाइक दैट, यू नीड टू राइट एन review article on animation film or on a live action film. So you need to understand that on that time the first answer comes from the watch the film, right? So you need to understand about how you've seen the film and what's the good thing you find out in the movie, then express your opinion, then other information. So this is the few points you need to cover. There is 9 points, so you can make your own points also if you forgot something. So don't do like this, just stop writing. Making your own notes also, you can write yourself. Okay, you have to explore the ideas, you have to explore the content. Okay, so don't forget about this. Explore the answer. Don't stop writing. Okay, at least you need to fill the pages. Appropriate answer you have to write. Okay, in a last exam of MT, I found lots of students start writing on a short questions or one liner or two liner questions they attempt first, and in the last when they comes on the examination end, so they are starting working on the descriptive questions. So they left the descriptive question and it's gonna be very complicated when I going to mark it. So the most important thing in a 5 or 6 now unit 5, review and analyze of movie and analytic views of movies. So this is the very important question. It comes in your descriptive questions. Okay, so anyhow you have to start with the last questions first. So it could be easy for you to write a good or lengthy answer. Okay, so last session last MT में भी यही प्रॉब्लम हुआ था. So better होगा कि आपके पास पहले से you have to understand how to manage your examination time, right? So how to manage it means there is only 2 hours time, and within a 2 hour how you divide your sections. So where you have to attempt your short answer, where you have to attempt the long or descriptive questions. So time is very important. You need to divide the times, then start writing your answers. So my suggestion is that begin with the descriptive questions. Okay, because if you attempt the descriptive questions and very well answer with the answers or is appropriate answer, so there is a freedom for the examiner or the examination evaluator. He marks it easily on your descriptive answer. But if you write a short answer, you attempt the short answer, you keep your answer sheet empty, with a descriptive answer. So it's not possible for us to mark appropriate or suitable answers on that. Okay, so this is the again important, and the last, the film review, how to write a film review. I shared with this with an example. So in this way, just start working on that. I think review is already done, so you are aware about that. And in today's session, I think we have to assign a topic or subjects related with the review article. So which is the film we have to write on review article? कौन सी film के ऊपर लिखना है? Suggest me a good name. It could be a combination of live action or animation. You find out the name, or I suggest it